Good evening. How is everybody today? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to make sure I'm killing the volume on my phone. It is okay. All right. Good evening. I hope everybody is doing well. Obviously, it's Friday. I hope everybody had a good week. We're going to have a good discussion about the police quitting in droves. I want to touch on some topics with that. I'm going to give you some statistics that I think you will find very, very interesting as well. And we're going to discuss a bunch of different things. And of course, then I'm going to give you my opinion, which is always there. So, all right. Before we get into everything, a couple quick announcements. Well, let me just do this real quick. So, if we have any interruptions with the stream, any kind of problems, I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So I wanted to put that out there right away. You may not get notification. Since I switched carriers here, things have gone much more smoothly, and hopefully that will continue and we won't have any interruptions with the stream anymore. We'll find out. But if I get knocked off, I will get right back on. So definitely look for me, okay? So second thing, very family-friendly channel. I would ask you all to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. If you cannot abide by those simple rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue, we'll boot you out of here because we definitely will not tolerate people acting like an idiot on my channel. It's not going to happen. And they come in every time and they try, but they get booted out pretty quickly. All right, so quick announcement that I want to make regarding the prepper get-together. So again, if in case this is your first time being on here and you're like, what are you talking about? July 17th and 18th. It is a Saturday and a Sunday. We are doing the prepper get-together. The first one is going to be held at the Sanye American Legion. Okay, so as you know, like I said, if you are interested in coming, you just have to let me know. Shoot me an email at preppernurse1@yahoo.com, and that I can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at for number of people coming on both days. Anybody's welcome to come. We're going to have a good time, get together. We're going to do a cookout on the Saturday at the American Legion. On the Sunday, we will be at Letchworth State Park at one of the pavilions in there, okay? And I will give everybody all that information, of course, as we get closer, okay? Now, originally, we were going to have the Hope Valley Camp. Unfortunately, they were not able to get their permits. So I was up today, and I was talking with Greg. You guys, anybody that's watched this channel for any length of time knows Greg is a union carpenter who lives behind me, okay? He has very graciously asked me to let everybody know if anybody that is interested. I know he said there was a lot of people were planning on bringing their RVs and camping out. Okay, he has very graciously said, "Hey, I have a big open field. If anybody would like to come, bring their RVs. They can come stay at his place for free. Okay, to be able to go to both days of the prepper get together, and then to be able to hang out and have a great time. I'm really just, Greg's an awesome guy, absolutely awesome guy to make this offer. And so if you had planned on coming and staying and camping out, you can now still do that. The events are obviously going to be at these two different locations on the both days, but Greg is awesome. So if you want to tent camp, if you want to bring an RV, you are going to be able to do that. So, yes, dry camping. Yes, he does not have hookups at his property. So, if you wish to do that, again, you need to let me know so I can kind of give Greg an idea of how many people would be coming to his property to camp out. You are able to come on the Friday. So if you want to get up here on Friday, and just as a kind of little special extra caveat, probably that Friday, like after I do my live stream, we'll probably do a little bonfire thing. I'm not sure yet. So anybody that would be camping out would probably be able to we'll do a nice big old bonfire. We'll have a good time and sit around and in BS and shoot the breeze and all that good stuff. Okay. So putting that out there for you guys, really, really awesome, wonderful gesture on Greg's part. So anybody that does plan on coming to camp, they're going to be able to camp at Greg's place. He's not going to charge anybody anything. Obviously, I would ask people to be respectful of his property. Don't trash it. Don't leave a bunch of garbage around or anything like that, and just be respectful. So if you would like to come and camp out at Greg's property for that weekend and to be able to do it for free, you are going to be more than able to do that. Okay, so just putting that out there ahead of time. He is unbelievably awesome for doing that. So just letting you guys know ahead of time. So that kind of makes things better for the people that were planning on traveling a decent distance. You're still going to be able to camp out now. So that is great news. So we are literally now 4 weeks away from the prepper get together. So it's bring your own booze. Mom is not letting anyone touch hers. Exactly. The White Family Homestead just said that. Exactly. Mom's not sharing her booze. So JJ's got the information up there. Boondocking will be permitted on Greg's property. Shoot me an email, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. If you plan on doing that, if you plan on staying at Greg's place, just to give me a heads up to let me know how many people, who's coming. Again, if you have an RV camper or you plan on tent camping, just let me know. Okay, so it's going to be, guys, I'll tell you what, I'm really excited about it. We're going to have a great time. When we did the prepper get together 2 years ago, it was absolutely awesome. We had a fantastic time. Now, again, also, I'm going to mention this really quickly. If you plan on coming and staying at the hotel in town, you can save yourself 15% there at the hotel as well by using the discount code PrepperNurse1. The more people that we have at the hotel, the larger group, all coming to stay for that weekend, it makes it better for them. This is going to be at Logan's Inn, Logans Inn. Okay. The phone number for Logan's Inn is 585-335-5840. And that is 106 Clara Barton Street, and that's Dansville, New York, 14437. Your contact lady that you're going to want to talk to, her name is Kay, Kay. Okay. So putting that out there as well. If you want to come, if you want to stay at Greg's property, you can. If you want to come and stay at the hotel, you're more than welcome to do that too. Somebody's asked me, is Angry Prepper still coming to it? As far as I know, yes. I do have to reach out to him and talk to him soon. I will be talking to him shortly to find out what the game plan is as far as that goes. But Joe from St. Bernard Acres says that he is absolutely coming. So that is going to be cool as well. We're going to have fun, guys. And then JJ's just putting up the information too for the hotel. Again, there's a discount there for the hotel as well. So to save you guys some extra money, if we get enough people booking for that hotel, it's just going to be better. And so there we are. Okay. So there's that part of it out of the way right away. Let's get into this topic. Okay. We have a tremendous amount of police. Hey, good girl. Okay, so I got to talk about this one here. Hold on real quick before we get going any further. This one right here. I'm trying to I'm gonna disguise the way I say this so that she doesn't know what I'm talking about. How do you approach somebody that has a problem with halitosis? Look, she needs a breath mint. Her breath is atrocious. It may stem from her being a German Shepherd and liking to eat feces. That may be part of it. I'm not sure. But this dog has horrible breath, and she gets up in my face, and I'm like, ugh. So anyway, all right, let's get into the topic, guys. I apologize. I know I'm crazy, but that's okay. It happens. Real quickly, we're at what, 566 in the chat. We're at 191 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. And it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I appreciate you guys doing it for that reason as well. Also, I'd like to see a lot of thumbs up, of course, is the third reason. And If you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications. Okay, now, not bad, 10 minutes, and now we're going to get into the topic. But important information that I wanted to share with you about the prepper get-together. Good news, which is fantastic with the whole Greg situation. So that is going to be absolutely awesome, okay? And he's going to have his grandsons are going to be there. I just was talking to those guys today. They're two young men, very nice young men. And they plan on coming to the prepper get-together as well. All right, so let's talk about this here, guys. A lot of information, unbelievable. We're going to start off with Portland, okay? So you just had, and a lot of this is politically driven, in my opinion. I watched the video as well, just to refresh my memory of the situation. All right, you had Officer Corey Budworth was indicted Tuesday, the 15th of June, on fourth-degree assault stemming from a protest last summer. So let's refresh what was going on last summer in Portland, Oregon. Number one, okay, we're going to talk about what he did, all right, and what happened with that situation. So last summer, Portland, months and months and months of nonsensical protest that was allowed by the lunatic government entity, the mayor, and everything down in Portland, Oregon. And they just let they let Antifa and all these other protesters, BLM, and just run radshaw over the whole area, destroying things, setting the building. So in this particular one, they set the federal building on fire that particular day. And so they're running the protesters off, right? So the police unit, the rapid response team came in, and they are running off the protesters, okay? And these guys are the rapid response team is what they're the riot police is what they are. It's a unit of 50 police officers that are highly trained, that if something goes down, they're the ones that go in first to deal with these type of situations, all right? So we're setting the background. So you have all these morons are acting up, burning, looting, destroying, and so they send in the rapid response team. Well, a self-proclaimed journalist that was there was pushed to the ground and hit in the head with a baton. Now, when you hear hit in the head with a baton, you think that the police officer raised it up and whack, right? No. What he did is he pushed her to the ground and then pushed again, and he hit her in the head with his baton while he was holding it with two hands. So it wasn't like he was up there putting a beat down on this woman, okay? And he moved on and did his thing. He was charged with fourth degree. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure I get this right. Fourth degree assault is what he was just indicted for, okay? In response, all 50 members of the rapid response team for Portland, Oregon, resigned from that position, okay? Now, is that just police solidarity and they're standing up for the police? I'm going to run some numbers by you guys, all right? And I want you to think about this. Portland has had the biggest separation from their police force in the last 15 years. All right, they've had 115 officers have retired or quit. You had, and I think that was so far this year. They have right now. They have 93 open positions in the Portland, Oregon Police Department, and they have 43 open civilian positions. Let's see. Last month, okay, so we got, so last month, Ted Wheeler, the mayor of Portland, asked for $2 million in emergency funding for law enforcement. Now, this, guys, I want you to remember, this is after the whole defund the police movement and let's get the police out of here and let's get rid of them, right? And so he's now asking for $2 million in emergency funding because you have a demoralized police department. All right, I want to talk. We're gonna, and I got some other things that I'm gonna share with you on this as well. Okay, but I wanted to kind of go over these different things. So here's an example of what's happening in the first 3 months of this year. All right, 2021. There have been 20 murders in Portland, Oregon. In the same 3-month period the previous year, there was 1. So I want you to think about that. So crime is obviously up. Violent crime is way, way up. All right. Let's see. All right. So I want to talk. I'm going to give a different police department. Austin Police Department. In January, you had 20 police officers retired, and 8 just resigned. Okay. In February, 5 more resigned, while or 5 more resigned, while 6 more retired. Then in March, 24 more left the force, with 20 of them retiring. So what are some of the problems? Okay. The problems, and this is okay. I'll give you one more statistic on police, and I'm going to tell you what. I can go to every state, I can go to every major city, and the same exact thing is happening all over the place. Okay, in New York City in 2020, you had 5,300 police officers leave the force, either through retirement or quitting. Okay, the previous year, to give an example, 3,000 had left the force the previous year. That's quite a huge increase in police officers leaving the force. Couple of reasons for it. All right. In Portland, what they said, the community showed zero support for the police department. All right. And the city council was run by idiots, besides the fact that they were stupid. These were exit interviews by police officers in those locations. Okay, this is happening. A friend of mine that was at the first prepper get together, and I'm just going to use her first name, and I know she's watching. Her name is Jen. Her husband is a police officer. She was sharing information with me about the police department that her husband worked in or is working in, and the number of police officers that are leaving the force, just quitting because they've just had enough. When you have zero support from your community, when you have the leaders of your cities and your towns and stuff like that, are basically morons, realistically, okay, you're going to have these issues. Now, the other problem that is going on, they want to get rid of qualified immunity, okay? So there's a big push to remove qualified immunity. So what does qualified immunity mean, okay? It's personal lawsuits. All right. So I want you to think about this. You get pulled over by the police. I'm going to give you an example of what this is. Okay. You get pulled over by the police. You act like an idiot. You act like an idiot. The cop has to be physical with you, right? And he has to do his job to subdue you, because the police will start at this level here. And I'll give you a good example. I actually had a talk with a police officer one time. And he said, listen, this is the way it works. He said, we'll start here. If you take it to here, then we take it to here. And then if you go to here, then we'll go to here. So they're going to react accordingly to the way you react. All right. So that's something to think about. So if you act like a respectful human being, you're probably going to get respect back. I know that's a really strange concept in this day and age of, all my feelings and my feelings are hurt. But that's how it works. You want to act like a jerk, you get treated like a jerk. All right. These guys are with that being put into place. All right. And I'm going to say it one more time here so you guys know what I'm talking about. Qualified immunity. What that means is people are going to be able to sue the police individually, police officers personally, not just the department. They're going to be able to sue the police officers. So this woman that got hit, this journalist that got hit, she won a $50,000 lawsuit from the city of Portland. All right. So again, this is politically motivated, guys. When I watch the video, you got what people don't understand is, and I love it when people, well, they're trained, they're supposed to know better. You're a human being, and you are in the heat of the moment, and you got a crowd that is trying to hurt you, trying to do stupid stuff. I mean, have you seen the videos of police officers that have gotten hit with bricks and bottles, and they're bloody, and they're and stuff like that? That happens all the time. This is the crap that these guys are facing on a day-to-day basis, especially in a city like Portland, with all the nonsense that went on there for months and months and months. Okay. And Ed, check out Polyfrog64. He has monitored the disturbance from day one. And I'm sure that people have covered that, and thank you for that information. I do appreciate that. But these people, they think that they can do whatever they want to do with no consequences for their actions. The police are that thin blue line. You keep hearing about the thin blue line all the time. Well, they're the ones, guys. And if we continue to disrespect them, treat them like crap, people screaming in their faces and stuff like that, I'm going to tell you what, me personally, you're not ever going to get up in my face and scream in my face without me doing something about it. It's just not going to happen. Realistically, what I have seen with a lot of these police officers is an unbelievable amount of restraint. Because I'll tell you what, if I'm wielding that baton, someone's getting a beat down. Okay, you want to act like an idiot, you're going to get treated like an idiot. I'm sorry, but and then you have these lunatic mayors and stuff acting the way that they do. The city leadership is dead from the neck up. Yeah, Asif, I agree with you 100%. I absolutely agree with you. When you have all these cops retiring or quitting, okay, you're getting rid of good people because they've just had enough. They've gotten tired of being treated like garbage. They've got tired of zero support from their governments. Who's going to protect you then? Okay, because I'm going to tell you what will happen next. Okay, because the criminals are dancing in the streets right now. They're just in absolute hog heaven because these cops don't care. They're turning their back to a lot of crime because they don't want to deal with it. Because especially like in New York State, and in California, think about this: when you have your catch and release program, so they catch them for a crime, they take them in, they book them in, and they're back out on the streets in no time at all. That's ridiculous. Okay, it's almost as though it is being done on purpose, like it's orchestrated on purpose for whatever reason that there may be. That's the way I look at it. That's what I see. Okay. But, these are the same people. And I want you guys to realize this too. These same protesters that are raising Cain and acting like idiots. Hey, mountain kayaker, we will have to defend ourselves. Okay, good point. Because I was going to bring that up here in a moment. I will talk about that in a moment. All right. Thank you very much for the donation. And, you're not wrong on that statement, but I'm going to touch on that a little bit more in a moment. When you're doing this to these police officers, they're leaving, they're done, they've had enough, okay? And a lot of it is your governments in these different cities that are allowing this nonsense to happen. These same people that are protesting and screaming and anti-police and police reform and blah, 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 they're the first ones screaming when something happens that they want the police there to help them. If they're in a situation where they are now, instead of being the aggressor and the bully and the tough guy, when they could possibly be a victim. Oh my God, where's the police? Why are they not here to help me? That's the same people. So let's get to that point. So what happens when the police are saying, I don't care anymore? Then people are going to take the law into their own hands. Vigilante justice. Okay. I absolutely see it coming, guys. And then Joe Blow is going to shoot somebody just like that young man Kyle did, right? And then he gets charged. He was trying to get away and he was attacked, self-defense, but he's the one that gets charged. The couple in St. Louis, think about this, guys. Think about this, okay? Couple in St. Louis that had these idiots go through a locked gate, locked community, came in there. They came out of their house with their guns to protect their property, right? Which they have every right to do. Both of them have pleaded to misdemeanor charges for, I think he pleaded to misdemeanor gun charges, and she completed to like misdemeanor menacing or something like that. They should have been charged with nothing. If somebody came on, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not, again, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not, thinking I'm, Billy Bad A. Okay, I don't think anything like that. But if I got a crowd of a couple hundred people coming on my property when they've been looting and burning and doing all that type of stuff, if they think they're going to come on my property and do that, they're going to find out the complete opposite of what's going to happen if they come on my property. And then that's going to be it. That's going to be it. And that's all I'm going to say. Just, I would deal with it, and I don't care. Okay. But I'm so sick and tired of people defending themselves and then being charged because they defended themselves. What are we all supposed to just be a bunch of victims? We have to, let the mob mentality go and they can do whatever they want to do. Unbelievable. Read The Naked Communist and watch The End of America by Noemi Wolf. They're going by the playbook. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, see, if you can get rid of the police first, you cause all kinds. Like I said, look at what crime has done. Look at what's happened with crime in any major city. Talk to Angry Prepper. Ask him how crime is in New York City. He'll tell you. He's down there. He's seeing it. It's out of control. It's out of control. Murders are up exponentially. And see, again, now they want murder rate to be up. You know why? Because then they can scream and talk about, oh my God, we need gun reform. We need to take away the guns. But again, let's talk about that for a moment, okay? When you do that and you take the guns away from the law-abiding citizens that are minding their own business, that aren't hurting anybody, the criminals are never going to follow any gun legislation laws. They're not going to. That's not how it works. They don't do that. They do whatever they want to do. They don't care. They don't care if they go to prison. They absolutely do not care. So when you have that happen, then the criminals know, okay, I got free reign now because everybody's guns have been taken away. I can do whatever I want to do. You look at cities like Chicago. Look at Chicago, okay? Unbelievably high murder rates, high crime rates, and it never changes. And they have some of the strictest gun laws in the country. It's unbelievable. It is just, it blows me away. It absolutely blows me away, okay? And, I'm going to tell you what, being a cop, very, very, very tough job. Very tough job. And I wouldn't want to. So, people need to be paying attention to what's going on. They really should. I'll tell you what, continue to prep, continue to get ready, because you see what's coming. It's like that playbook, like somebody said earlier, that playbook. You watch it, you see it, and it's scary. It really, really is scary. So, yeah, prison equals free housing, food, shower. Yeah, just don't drop the soap, right? That's right, JJ. But again, it's like, people don't care. Yeah, it looks like 1940s Germany. Yeah. When you see what's going on now and what's happening, Antifa especially, guys, they are like the brown shirts for Nazi Germany. That's exactly what they are. And, they have their own agenda. And basically, if you look back at what happened with that situation, and you look at what Hitler did. Hitler was very, very smart. I don't care what anybody says. The guy was very, very smart the way he did stuff. He let a certain group do their stuff, act up the way that they acted up, and then people were clamoring. We need to do something. We need change. We need help. And so that's what happens. Texas passed a new law. Anybody can get a gun in September. Yeah, I know that they did that you don't have to go. It's open carry. They can do whatever they want. Oh, okay, so here we go. Paul Taylor says, also looks like 3000 AD, the Roman Empire. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have said this throughout the years. You go back, and if you watch my videos, there's just a few of them. But I have said many, many times, we are the modern day Rome. We're absolutely the modern day Rome. What happened with Rome? Nobody defeated Rome. There was years and years and years of war. What have we been in? 20 plus years straight of war, right? We've been fighting someplace for 20 straight years. And then when you look at it, they crumbled from within. They rotted from within. And that is exactly what is happening in this country right now. It's exactly what's happening. And I'm going to tell you what, there are definitely groups of people out here that are sick of it, that they've had enough of it. City of Rochester, 30 killed so far this year. This is what happens when you defund the police. Yep, Mike just said that. Yeah, exactly. And that's not a surprise. You're going to see those numbers increase. You're going to see, we had a rash of carjackings in Rochester, New York. One gentleman was killed in a carjacking. Yeah, years of decay. The infrastructure is antiquated. Our waterways are antiquated. The bridges and the roads are crap. Okay. Uh, where's all the money going to? That's what I would like to know. Okay. We don't help our veterans out. We're going to help everybody else that comes streaming across the border. That's fine. But we're not going to help out our own people first. We have kids that are starving. Again, I'm a big proponent, and I've said this many times, and I will say it again. I'm a big proponent of a hand up, not a handout. We educate people, we train people, we get people working. You give people a chance to have self-respect. That's what's missing. If there's no self-respect, if you have no motivation to get up every day, to go to work, to have a chance to have a decent life, when you see food prices skyrocketing, prices of everything across the board, so wood, the price of wood, how high that has gotten, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Trying to get anything, it's months and months behind. Trying to get the different supplies. If you want to try to get a window, a specialty type window, it could be months before you get it. It's unbelievable. Let's see. Yeah, welcome to the newest third world country. Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me at all if that's where we end up. I'll tell you what, we're one flip of a switch away from being a third world country. Somebody was saying that in the comments earlier today that I was insinuating that our own government would pull the switch on us, okay, and do a grid down situation. I never said it was the government. I just said that it's funny the correlation of how, when I did the video the other day and I was talking about, they did the pandemic exercise. Go back and look it up, guys. I didn't make this up. I will never talk out of my behind. And I'm going to tell you what, if I ever do make a mistake, which I have, I will come on to either the very next video or the very next live stream and say, hey, I was wrong. I have absolutely no problem doing that. Okay. Absolutely no problem doing that. Okay. Yeah. And the rich will just get richer. That's exactly how it always goes. If you think politicians, don't matter what side, I saw a video today. I'm going to give you a great example of something. Wonderful video I saw today. And I agreed with the reporter to a point. Of course, then he went off on his rant, and it was so funny to hear because it could have been either side saying the same exact thing. Okay. So in this video, and what was done was 100% wrong. 100% wrong. So I was talking to my buddy about this, and we were having this conversation. So it was an older gentleman and a woman. You never saw the woman because she was videotaping, but you saw the older gentleman. It was 3 kids sitting on a park bench, and they had their mask on outside of a mall or something waiting to be picked up. I don't know, but they were sitting out there with their mask on. And this guy came over there, him and the woman, and they were berating these kids. Why do you have a mask on? You don't need to have a mask on. And they're kids. They're doing what they're told, because that's a lot of times what kids do. Okay. The propaganda and the manipulation is that strong that they just will step in line and do as they're told because their parents are doing the same thing. So then this guy's like, take that mask off and all this type of stuff. So this reporter, who was a very liberal reporter, see, look at this. This is the lunatic right. They're crazy. They're this, they're that. And I kind of laughed from his perspective of it. Now, what he was reporting was 100% right. These 2 people were absolutely 100% wrong for berating these kids. They should have never berated those kids. My thing, and like I said, you want to wear a mask, knock yourself out. Just realize that it's not doing anything for you. That was always been my take on it. It's not protecting you. It's not. So if you think that it is, you're wrong. But that's okay. You have the right to be wrong, and that's perfectly fine. But to go and attack children that way is not the way it should be done. Left and the right, that galvanization of hatred is unbelievable. And at the end of the day, what most people really truly don't understand, it's all put up there on purpose for us to hate the other side. Again, why? Because the agenda is to keep us divided. If we are divided, we're never, ever, ever going to focus on the real problem, which is big government and these giant conglomerates, big pharma, oil companies, the power companies. They have the total control. They do whatever they want to do, and they don't care. Because you know why? They'll go stick their hand inside of some senator's or congressman's pocket and drop another big bundle of cash in there, and that senator or congressman is going to jump to their tune and do what they want. They're watching the rich watch out for their rich friends. Politicians that get into power want to stay into power because they have a lot of things that they're able to do. Okay, it happens all the time, and it don't matter what side of the aisle it is, guys. We're being played. It is just it's so blatantly obvious. I just don't understand how more people don't see it. That, well, it's the left. No, it's the right. Okay, now, is some of the things the left doing crazy? Sure. Are some of the things the right does crazy? Sure. You have your extreme right that are locked in, and you're never changing their perspective of different things. And then you have the extreme left that is the same exact way. Okay. And then you have most people are pretty decent people, but this galvanization now of us and them, it's insanity. It's insanity. And you have to be on like me. I can't be a neutral party and say, well, I have some left-leaning views and I have some right-leaning views. Granted, I'm more right-leaning. I'll be 100% honest. I mean, that's the truth. I'm definitely more right-leaning. But I definitely am open to discussion. I'm open to people giving me their opinion without attacking them, without telling them that they're wrong right from the get-go. You know, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to respecting somebody else? Whatever happened to that? That's gone. You know. Let's see. Delta variant will save the left. Well, that's the latest scare tactic, guys. Just so you know, that is definitely the latest thing. Oh, I do have some more information to share with you. Now, I still don't know with my neighbor that just was found face down in his yard. But I was talking actually with Greg, and he was telling me about another neighbor right down the road here that was 53 years old, and this one is documented fact. Now, I'm sure on the death certificate it doesn't say this, but this one is a documented fact. He was told he was not going to be able to attend his daughter's graduation unless he had the right. Okay, so he went out and got the first one. And once he got the first one, he all of a sudden started having pain in his neck, chest pains, goes to the hospital. Guess what? He's dead. Okay? Literally right after getting that. So, these things are happening. That one is 100% factual. That's not speculating, wondering what if. Like I said, my other neighbor, I don't know. So I'm not going to come on here and say, well, yeah, he got this and this is what happened. Because I don't know. Now, if I can find out that if he did have this, now again, do people drop out of heart attacks every day? Absolutely, they do. All the time. Happens all the time. Okay. But I find it a very strange correlation when you have someone that gets this inoculation and then almost within less than a 2-week period of time has all kinds of problems. That's too much of a coincidence for me, and that's just me saying that. And you can, oh, and yeah, somebody said I bet his poor daughter is devastated. Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. So crazy stuff happening. I okay. So you guys know Richard, my buddy down here with the tractor. Both him and his wife got it. They both got it, and I don't get it. I don't get And I actually had a discussion with her, and I can't understand that thinking. I really just can't. But again, the push has been so hard, and the propaganda machine has been just rocking and rolling So most people are going to go along to get along. They did it in Nazi Germany, and they're doing it here. So, well, this could never happen again. It's already happened. It's already happened here. So pay attention. Watch it. You'll see it. It's played out. So you thought it never could happen again? What happened in Nazi Germany absolutely has happened here. Fact. So people went along to get along, did not make waves. I don't want to cause any problems. I couldn't tell you how many people said, oh, yeah, well, I got it just because I just want to go back to normal. I just want things to go back to normal. Hey, Patriots Pride. In Texas, one of the power companies was turning up people's temperatures in their homes via their smart thermostats. Wow. Well, I know that they're having a lot of issues down there. There's the heat wave hitting out west, and they're telling people to, turn their thermostats up to 78. Like that would be even remotely comfortable when it's like, 100 degrees outside. That would even be remotely comfortable in your home. But yeah, does that surprise me? No. But yeah, you get all that technology, and then they can manipulate it. Absolutely, does not surprise me at all. We're in big trouble, guys. It is amazing to me, and people just go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just continue to go and do this and that and the other thing, and well, it's not affecting me directly, so I'm going to pretend like it's not happening. Well, when it does, people are going to be in for a rude awakening. So yes, let's. All right, so I'm going to give you yesterday's because I never gave you guys yesterday's egg count. We ended up yesterday with 11 eggs yesterday, so they had a really good day yesterday. So before we do the egg count, I want to ask for another thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, we got 827 in the chat. We're at 410 on the thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate it. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is in the rankings. It pushes us up higher. So I thank you for that reason as well. And again, of course, the third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up, being honest. So thank you for doing it for that reason as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give me your guesses, guys, on the egg count, and we will go from there. So we had 11 yesterday. So what is your guesses for today? Just give you guys a minute here. Hey, Wolf, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you. All right. And he has been right before. So he was the first one, guys, that I saw that was right again. Only a couple of you had it right. Actually, I'm going to give two people credit. 80K Man and Gen F, back to back on here with the same correct guess of 8 eggs. We had 8 eggs today. So, they're doing their thing. And yes, Thick Neck, she did lay today. So, but 80K Man, you guys better watch him because he's been on it pretty quick there with the numbers a lot of times. I think that's about the 4th or 5th times that he was right. So, but yeah, so they're steady. They do their thing and they're nice and steady. So I'm real happy with what they're doing. No complaints on my end at all. Ed, what is the least amount of eggs that you've gotten with the current hens? In the wintertime, okay, so in the wintertime when it gets cold, they definitely don't lay as much. So wintertime, we can get down, I've had days 2-3 eggs total. That's it. Usually in the winter, it's between about 4 and 6. And I'll tell you right now, in the wintertime, forget about Thick Neck. She ain't laying an egg, period. That is not happening in the wintertime with her. For whatever reason, her breed of chicken, she's an Easter egger. That's what they call them. She does not. She lays the green eggs, greenish blue. She don't, in the wintertime, forget about it. She ain't laying. I might have to take her with me down to West Virginia when I go down. so it'll be warmer for her. Yeah, so that's what's happening with that. Pretty cool though. So Julie said, "Hey, happy. I'm late. I woke up from a nap at 8:30." Julie, I'm telling you what. I took another nap tonight. I try to, if I can, I try to take a nap before the live streams. It makes all the difference in the world. It really does. When I'm really tired, if I have a night I come on here and I go, like, guys, I'm really beat tonight or whatever, it's because I didn't get a nap. Naps are gifts. They're awesome. They definitely make things better. And it's funny, as you get older, you really do need those naps. They really do help. Recharge the batteries. I know that, like, especially when I was younger, if I was really, really tired and I got a 20-minute power nap in, that was all it took. Boom, 20-minute power nap. Even now, if I get a 20-minute power nap, it really does take that edge off. So a lot of times, if you get busy and you're doing stuff, you don't get a chance to get that nap in. It definitely does make a huge, huge difference. But let's see. My mom's friend went to the hospital day after the jab. Doctor says possible infection. Next day, died, heart attack. And it wasn't on the death certificate. Oh, of course not. Because again, you got to understand, there is definitely an agenda out there. I'm not going to tell you to or not. Again, it's an individual choice. You have to make your own individual choice. All I'm going to do is give you information. And, I'm not going to go with any kind of speculation. I'm not going to do any conspiracy theory stuff as far as, what's in it and what they're doing. I'm going to give you facts, and you make your own decision on that. So, Ed, what are the best chickens to have? Well, it would really depend on what area you're in. If you're in the north, you need a hardier bird because, we do have the cold weather. So you have like your Rhode Island Reds. They're a good hardy bird, so, it really depends on what you're looking to get, and if you want, like my Easter egger, I love her. She's awesome. She's an awesome chicken. And, you know, it, everybody's going to have a different opinion of what's a better chicken to have. That's just, people have a preference. So my friend just lost 3 Easter eggers in a storm. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you know what? You get used to them. They're part of your family too. I mean, I go out there and they're my ladies. So I go out there. I'm like, "Good morning, ladies," and they open the door and they come all streaming out. It's fun. I like I said, I enjoy it. I really do. So they're a lot of fun. So I know we needed a cat sighting. So I think I have 2 in here. I was looking. I'm like, who's in and who's not in? We have Max over here, and then Lucy's over there in his box. Lucy's got a box that he likes to sleep in. And of course, the dogs are all here. I have Miss Pandora right here. Hella is at the end of the bed, and Caesar's over by the door. You good girl? Yeah, she's laying back down here. I'll show you. There she is. The boss. She might be the littlest dog, but she is definitely the boss. Very, very smart animal. And Hella's no slouch either. So, but my Isa Browns laid every day all throughout the winter here in Mobile Bay. Oh, that's cool, Paul. That's awesome. No, I mean, some of my cats that I got, some of my chickens that I got were given to me. And then, other ones I've done, I've raised up. So, they're all fun. I enjoy them. I enjoy the chickens. They're, it's a lot of work, but I look at it again, it's hedging my bets. Number one, I'm getting fresh eggs every day. If I decide to have an omelet, I use the eggs that I got, eggs, so that's always nice. And so I like it for that reason. I shouldn't say if, I should say when SHTF happens, I have that supply of eggs, and that's going to be a huge protein source. As long as I can keep my chickens alive, that's going to make a big, big difference. So I would definitely reduce the size, of my flock at that point. If you attended an event that required riot police, you should not get compensated if you get hurt. Well, you know, that's a good point, actually. You know, and these reporters, they think that they should have preferential treatment. If the police tell you to disperse, go home. Okay. No, we're not. I'm not having any buffering here at all. Can you get you guys are Can you guys see me okay? I'm not having any issues on my end whatsoever. Let's see what we got happening here. Can you guys hear me all right and see me okay? Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Some people were saying there was buffering. Don't talk about chickens. They'll cut the video. That's funny. Oh my god, that is funny. Yeah, I never had an issue on my end at all, so I don't know why some of you were having problems. Eating eggs daily will raise your testosterone. Well, that's I don't have a problem with testosterone. I can tell you that right now. That has never been a problem. All right, well, we're good. All right, I don't know because I've seen people were saying that there was buffering, but I never had it on my end, so I don't know what that was. Oh, there was for a couple of seconds. Okay, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, but on this end, I had never had an issue. So I will look into doing a coop cam so you guys can watch the birds in the coop. So I definitely will look into doing that. My sister's friends are dying in their sleep in their 50s. Yeah, that is so weird. As the bald man says, I'm gonna. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Men that go bald. So I've thinned out this way. So I still got the hair. You can see it all through this whole part. Okay, but I've thinned out this way. They say men that are they go bald. All right. We have higher testosterone levels. That's why we bald. So, all you ladies out there thinking, "Oh, I want that older man with a full head of gray hair and the full natural hair." Other departments may not be working so well if they don't have, if they're not balding. So you want to find that man that's got the balding, because then the other parts are working. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just saying, higher testosterone levels is a good thing. So, yeah, I'm going to look into doing a coop cam. Will you be making videos at the Prepper Fest? Yes, I will definitely do some videos at the Prepper Fest. I agree. Hubby has hair and pooped out at 50. Oh my God. Too much information as I'm sharing information, right? Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, but it's true. I'm going to tell you what. My grandfather, until the day he died, had a full head of hair. Full head of hair. And my grandmother told me, he couldn't do nothing from when he was in his 50s. And I used to laugh. Oh my God, I used to laugh. So yeah. So those of us out there, so look, ladies, got to look for that man. Got to look for that balding man. That's right. We're still lively and ready to go. So that's what the little blue pill's for. Yeah, but you know what? If you don't need the little blue pill, why would you want one? Get angry prepper drunk and see how much angrier he gets. Oh my God, that's too funny. So, but yeah. I was starting to lose my hair when I was working 70 hours a week, but then I quit my job and the hair stopped balding and even grew back. Oh, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Stress is definitely, you know, stress will definitely affect things. Hey, Asif, higher levels of testosterone equal balding. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it does. See, I am telling the truth on that, guys. So, uh, look up glassing eggs. Can you store them up for 2 years? Yeah, there's a lot of different things that you can do, that you can store eggs longer term, and there's absolutely that option out there. So, Debbie Spartus says bald men are handsome. I agree. Good call, Debbie. Yes. But you have to have the right head. I mean, I've seen some bald dudes with wacky, weird heads, and you gotta, if you're gonna go bald, if you're gonna shave your head, you definitely have to have the right head shape for that. I've seen some people, and I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with their head? So, just an observation. Wolfman says latest study said there's no difference. Well, okay, if you say so. I'm just going from personal experience. That's what I'm going from. Can we see a picture of you with hair? Oh my God. I would have to look for that. I don't even know. I'm sure I have pictures of me with hair. But well, it's funny. The kids saw the pictures when I married their mom, and that was probably one of the last times that I had hair, and I had my hair short then. It was shortly after that I went shorter, and then gone. I've been shaving my head now close to 20 years. Close to 20 years. Like I said, I can remember as a kid, and we had a guy at the church that had a part that started about here, and he had this horrible comb over that literally laid on his head like this, and then when the wind would blow, it would do, it would do that. It was horrible. I always thought that looked ridiculous because nobody was fooled. Nobody thought that you had hair, okay? Or the guys that had, no hair all through here, and they were bald like all the way back to this area, but they had hair on the sides. I always hated that horseshoe look too. So I always said, I can remember being a kid saying, if I ever start to lose my hair, it's gone. And, so I'll have to look and see if I can find one with me with hair. So, but yeah, to me, it's hair. If you don't like me or you like me because I have or don't have hair, if you're going to judge me because I don't have hair, I don't want to know you anyway. You know what I mean? I just think that is, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, low maintenance. I go to bed, I wake up in the morning, and my hair is done. It's awesome. I shave my head every other day, and I do it in the shower. Hey, Jen V, thank you very much. She says, Happy Father's Day. And thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, Janet Miller said, Ed, you look great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just me. Always been different. Ed, would you date a balding woman? I wouldn't have a problem with that. No, why would I? I've seen some women that had their head shaves that I thought they looked sexy. So, hair is just hair. So, it depends on the person. Obviously, it's always to me, it's like it's weird. Throughout my life, like my first wife had really long hair. I'll give you guys an example, okay? And when I met my second wife, she had really, really short hair. And so people were like, well, she's not really your type. She has short hair. I said, listen, it's not about her hair. It's her. So when you're attracted to somebody, we all have our type, obviously. But when you're attracted to somebody, it's not about if they have long hair or short hair. It's that person. So, that's, I don't know. Happy Homesteader, to me, women are sexy shaved. I've seen some women that look fantastic with their head shaved. So, we would love to see your wedding pictures. You know what? Where do I have? I'll have to dig one out, and I'll try in the next live stream. I'll try to remember to have that so I can show you a picture when I got married and when I had hair. I think I had the goatee too. A lot more black in it then. A lot more black in the goatee then. So, but again, you know what? Everybody's different. Everybody, people change up and they do different things. I had somebody ask me, They said, if you could grow all your hair back, would you grow it back? And I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't, because, like I said, I like it short, like, or bald. I'm used to it. I've been doing it for so long. Um, I have no, and I had long hair back in the day when I was in high school. I had long hair. I'll have to pull out some of those pictures too. I got pictures around here. I'll have to dig some stuff out, and I'll show you guys some pictures back in the day when I had hair, long hair. So, but let's see. Mine tangles badly overnight. It goes past my shoulders. Julie Cleary just said that. People are talking about what turns them on now. Okay. Ever thought about coloring your beard? I did it one time on a lark. I'll be honest with you. I just did it just for fun. Um, I'm not. I'll tell you what. I'm not a vain person. I'm really not. I don't care. I mean, you know, I'm older. I earned this. All this is earned. 2 marriages. That'll do it to you. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, it's just, to me, it's just, again, if somebody's gonna like you or dislike you because your hair, like, now I have a buddy of mine, love the guy to death. He's in his early 60s. He dyes his goatee all the time, so his goatee is always brown. So that's not legit. That's not legit. So. Uh, She says, no, your beard looks better that way. But it's real. I mean, on the sides, I still got the like black here. I got like streaks on both sides. It's so weird how that works. Um, now my all my chest hairs now starting to go white on me. So I never went gray. I went from black body hair to white. I know some people go gray first. Mine never went gray. It went from black to white. So I actually just had, like, my eyebrows. My eyebrows are still dark. Okay. I do have, like, in one of them, there's one hair. I don't remember what side it is, but now it's white. And I'm like going, oh man, now the eyebrows are going too. It is what it is. It happens. What are you going to do? It's how you treat people that matters, not looks. Well, there has to be an attraction. There has to be an attraction. I mean, you have to have. What would be the deal breaker with a woman physically and mentally? Well, my type, I like petite women, always have. So, I mean, I know some guys, like I have a cousin, he likes bigger girls. He likes heavy women. And that's all he's dated. He's always dated heavier girls. It's just never been my thing. No judgment on anybody because of that, but I have a tendency, I like, petiter women, skinnier women. That's just always been my thing. Deal breaker for me is somebody who's selfish, that is not a team player, that doesn't want to work with you, that people that are users. Definitely, I don't want somebody that is on psychotic medication. I've dealt with that type of stuff, and I definitely don't want to deal with that again. So I want somebody that is goal oriented, that has drive, that's willing to work together. You know what I mean? That's what I would want. I don't like scrawny. That's not what I'm saying. There's a difference between. I don't want somebody that's a stick, okay, but I like petite. So it's, and the thing is, it's somebody with a little bit of weight on them. I don't mind that either. But I'm not attracted to heavier women. It just has never been my thing. So. Uh, so I hope that answers that question. If she doesn't complain, that's my type. Alien Prepper just said that. Oh my God, that's so funny. That is so funny. Here's another thing that is definitely a big turn on for me. Okay, I need to have somebody that is my intellectual equal. I need to have somebody that I can have a conversation with after we're outside of the bedroom. You have to be compatible that way as well as the other way. That's important. That's a big part of it. If you're not compatible in bed, it isn't going to work. Okay, that's a big part of it. But you're not going to spend all your time in bed, so you got to have somebody that you can have a conversation with that has their own thoughts and has their own opinions. I like that. So I've always been attracted to intelligent women as well. It's a big thing for me. It's to me that's a turn on. It really is, and it sounds weird, but that's Italian women have always kind of been my thing too. I'll be honest with you. I've always had a thing for Italian girls. Love the attitude, the dark features and all that type of stuff. My first wife, and I know I've mentioned this before, my first wife was Sicilian. Now the only problem with her was she was certifiably crazy on top of it, unfortunately. But that happens. So, but yeah, it's like you got to have somebody that's going to work with you. I think that's important. You got to click. You have to click. If you don't, if that click's not there, it's not there. I've met some fantastic women that through the years that were just really, really good people, but that click just wasn't there. And if that click's not there, it's just not there. So it's weird how it works. Like when I'll tell you the story really quickly. When I met the kid's mom, I met her, and that click was just a good sense of humor. She was really witty, that was really cool as well. Loved to bust chops, and she gave it better. She was better at it. I'll be honest with you, way better at it than I was. So, she we started dating. Within 2 weeks of dating, this was really weird. I can remember this like it was yesterday. I looked right at her, and I said, "Just so you know," I said, "I'm going to marry you." And she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, you are?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." I had made up my mind she was the one, and it was just we clicked just like that, and then it was amazing. It really was. We were together for 11 years altogether. I would say the first 7 were fantastic, and then she hurt her back, got on those pills, and it completely changed who she was. And then that was that. It went downhill from there, unfortunately. So I had planned when I married her, that was the one that I had planned on spending the rest of my life with. So again, that's just the way it goes. So I'm Sicilian and crazy. Robin just said that. That's awesome. I love it. I love a challenge. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I've met some really interesting women in my life. So a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So you need someone who makes you the best yourself. Yeah. You know what? It's that compatibility, and when that time comes, it'll come. I'm not really worried about it. I really am not. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, and that's a good point right there. Randy Romine just said, you need someone who lets you be yourself. You can't get with somebody and then after you're together, you expect them to change. They are who they are. So, if you didn't like them for who they were, why would you expect them to change later on? It never made any sense to me. Never made any sense to me. Or like you'll have people that they dress a certain way, and then they get together and you go, okay, no, I don't want you to dress that way anymore. Why? If they're with you and you are confident in yourself and you don't think that they're going to cheat, who cares how they dress? That's just me. That's just me. So find a Libra since you're a Gemini. Actually, one of the signs that's always been real compatible for me as well is Pisces. Pisces. Capricorns don't seem to work. My first wife was a Capricorn, and then I dated a girl who was a Capricorn after that, and that didn't work out well. But Pisces are really compatible, and somebody's saying Libra. So, all right. And that, believe it or not, it does make a difference. It really does. The connection you get with people. I know that a lot of my friends end up being Geminis, just like me. Like my buddy Steve. Like I said, we're 9 days difference in age. It. That's just the way we just. So I gotta tell you this story real quick. We'll tell you the story. Then I want to give a couple shout outs, and we're gonna do We Are Legion. Okay, so I had two guys that I've known these two guys since they were 15 years old, and they had a house in the city of Rochester. And at the time, I needed a place to stay. They had 2 rooms that they were renting out in this house. So it was 4 guys renting this house out. Probably some of the best times that I've had in my life. We had such a blast. I mean, our bills individually for rent and the electric bill combined, it was like $178 a month. So everybody pooled in that same amount of money and covered everything, and we were good. So I get to the place, and there was 2 rooms, and I'm like, well, I like this room, and they were like, well, this room, this other guy Steve came, and he's going to rent this room. This is the other room that we have available, and they're like, is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's fine. I'll take that room. So they're like, okay. So I had not met Steve yet at this point. So I moved in first, and I was already there, and I'm sitting on a couch, and there's a knock on the door. And Steve will talk about this too, because this is so funny. So there's a knock on the door, and I go answer the door, and there's this guy standing there. And so I open the door, and he goes to come in, and I step over, blocking him from coming in. And I go, can I help you? And he goes, I'm Steve. And I was like, oh, okay, come on in. So we laugh about that now, because he's like, you were standing there blocking it, like, you're not coming in here. I didn't know who he was. 1 minute, it's just some stranger walk into my house. You know what I mean? So that's how we met. And we just clicked right from the very beginning. We're a lot alike. He's a good dude. And we've been friends ever since. And like I said, he was my best man when I married, my second wife. So we've been just friends forever. So good dude. So that's a funny story I want to share with you. Okay, so I'll do some quick shout outs. I wanted to mention this too. So Green Greg's, I'm going to be on his show. He's going to be on my show. We're talking. I'm actually going to call him after this stream is over with, and we're going to set things up. So I will let you know, exactly when that's going to be. So he's going to be on my stream, and I'm going to be on his stream, and we're going to set that all up when we get the chance. Okay. So it'll be interesting. We'll have a good conversation with that. So we're gonna do some shout outs really quickly. Obviously, Green Greg's is a channel I obviously would recommend. I wouldn't be on the show if I wouldn't recommend it. Angry Prepper, absolutely would recommend him. Good dude. Gray Man Prepping, definitely another good guy. I've been on his stream as well. And then Southern Prepper 1 was another channel. Up in Canada, we have Icky Can, my buddy up there. Definitely show him some support. Sean James with My Self-Reliance. Wrangle Star, I like him. You have Magic Prepper, he's up in North Dakota. You have Marfugal News with Adam, who is out in Seattle. Another good channel. Definitely recommend them as well. There's Pinball Preparedness. Bjorn Bull Hansen, yep, I like him too. I've watched him a couple times. Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love Diamond. Actually, I'll tell you a quick story. If you guys have ever seen my push lawnmower that I have here, that I've had for many, many years now, Diamond from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project gave me that money as a donation way back when to be able to get that lawnmower. And I have had that same lawnmower this whole time. And those things I don't forget. I don't forget that. That meant a lot to me at the time, because we were in a situation where money was tight. And he said, listen, I'm going to help you. I looked it up. This is what these lawnmowers are going for. I'm going to send you the money to your PayPal. Go out and buy yourself a lawnmower. So really, really awesome gesture at that time when we were in big time need. So it really does go a long way. That's one of the things, again, what I love about our community, that we can work together. There's going to be jealousy. People are going to be jealous. That happens. But for the most part, if we can work together as a group. I think that that's important to do so. Definitely, guys, go check out also St. Bernard Acres. Like I said, Joe will be at the prepper get together for sure. So definitely check that out as well. And but there's a lot of great channels out there. Doug and Stacy is another one. They're a fantastic channel. We can learn from each other. Prepper Princess would be another one that I can think of off the top of my head. We can all learn from each other. We can look at different things. And I'm a big believer in supporting the community of preppers, that we should be supporting each other, not fighting amongst each other. I think that's really, really important. Alaskan Prepper and Alaskan Granny as well. Yep, and a couple others. So there's a ton of great channels out there. And I think we should just be supporting each other and not fighting against each other. Okay. So just putting that out there. What area of West Virginia did you find land? Rob, I'm not giving out that information, to be honest with you. I've had issues, obviously, here, as you guys know, through the years, people calling the town. I have had CPS called on me twice when the kids were younger. I was swatted here. So the new property, I'm going to kind of keep that under wraps. Certain people do know where I'm going to be at, but I'm not going to be sharing that publicly. I'm not going to be like, hey, I'm in this county and this is where I am. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. And that's more for security reasons more than anything else. Okay, so just putting that out there. And for a while, I will be traveling, obviously, back and forth from there to here. So, I don't want to be gone from down there and people know, oh, hey, he's in New York, let's go to his other property. So definitely don't want to deal with that. So, but so anyway, so let's do We Are Legion. We are Legion because we are many. We're a huge family. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. Where is everybody from tonight? So we can do that. And while we're doing that, if we can shoot another thumbs up, let's get this up to 600 anyway. Had a smaller crowd tonight, which is okay. But let's see if we can get that up to 600 thumbs up. We have Missouri, Southeast Wisconsin, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Wild and Wonderful, West Virginia. Absolutely. Ozarks, Arkansas Hillbilly. Nothing wrong with that. Montana, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Kent, England. Very nice. Southwest Ontario, Canada. Northern California. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ontario, Canada. Hudson, Florida. We have Central Missouri. Portland, Oregon. BC, Canada. Upstate South Carolina. Iowa. Blaine, Minnesota. California. Raleigh, North Carolina. Fort Worth, Texas. Northeast Ontario. The Adirondacks, Southwest Virginia. Baxter, New Mexico. Vancouver, BC, Canada. Peoria, Arizona. Florida, Arizona again. Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Amarillo, that is in Texas. Buffalo, New York. Cumberland Plateau in Tennessee. New Mexico. Beech Grove, Indiana. Ulster Park, New York. Lake Michigan, Pleasant Lake, Michigan. South Central Los Angeles in California, very nice. Cheyenne, Wyoming. West Virginia. Cleveland, Ohio. Missouri. Northeast Michigan. Let's see, the Adirondacks, very nice. North Highlands of California, we have Rhode Island. Northeast Colorado, Vegas, Texas. Beach Point, New Jersey. Virginia. Sodus, New York. So again, guys, we're all over the place. Huge group of community of people. Queensland, Australia, very nice. Welcome. Connecticut. Again, I've said so many different places tonight with this here. Hollywood, Florida. Big Beaver, Saskatchewan, up in Canada. Yep. And we have Oklahoma. Golden Valley, Arizona. Middle Georgia. Rhode Island, Alabama. So again, Lincoln County, West Virginia. Ocala, Florida. And there's a whole bunch more that are brand new that I hadn't said before. We are all over the place. We're a huge network of people. We are the ones that really truly can make a difference. And I think we should try if we can do it. I think we should absolutely try. Okay. We got 17 more thumbs up to hit 600, guys. Let's see if we can do that. I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. Ladies and gentlemen, to do it for me, I appreciate you and thank you very much. I appreciate all of you being here for these streams, and thank you very much as well. Again, if you plan on coming to the Prepper Get Together, please let me know. Shoot me an email, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Again, if you plan on staying at Greg's property for the Prepper Get Together, let me know. You can roll in on Friday. After then you would have to be out by Monday morning. Okay, so because we're going to be doing Saturday and Sunday, 2 different locations for the Prepper Get Together. We're going to do a cookout both days. I would ask again people to bring a dish to pass for both of those events, and we should have a lot of fun. So, so that's so anybody that's interested, let me know. We'll give you all that information. I'm going to be answering those emails. So, and I'll get a list going here because I definitely want to get an idea. I will be providing hot dogs and hamburgers for both days, ketchup, mustard, paper plates, and, utensils. So I kind of want to get an idea how many people we're looking at so I know what to purchase for that. We're going to have a great time, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. The first place on the Saturday, they do have a bar. So if you want to get a drink, you are able to get a drink. That's not going to be a problem, okay? So just putting that out there. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape in this world. Also, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to let the people that you care about know every day how you feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that will stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right. I will see you guys all tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a great weekend, and please be safe. All right. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. And we did it. We had 609, so we hit 600. So that's cool.